It's hard to sit.
Are you all right?
Yeah, my ass is bleeding.
Yeah.
You saw
I
it
saw
earlier.
that, man.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, sorry about your ass.
Hey, you know what? Your anniversary comes once a year. It's what you wanted. I said, hey,
It's what I wanted.
it's
You
what
know,
you
All
wanted.
right.
Here's the
Bleeding
thing.
ass.
Obviously,
Show
it's-
title.
Bleeding ass.
your ass is bleeding from the drugs that you're shoving into your body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I will
The
tell you,
cheek, not the hole.
when I saw the circle, it's pretty. It's robust.
It's not insignificant.
Yeah, I mean,
it's quite a bit of meds.
Jeez.
Yeah. So
How big a incision do they
it's
do?
maybe a centimeter if, and they do a
Okay.
little slice. But the issue is, okay, what we're talking about
Yeah.
is today I got my biannual TRT update where they go and they stuff that super soldier serum back into me so I can fight off the Red Skull. They take my butt out. They pop out one cheek, little slice, but then they take like a metal straw, like the kind that like some hero would break out at a bar and drink from to save the fucking turtles. And they shove it down into the meat,
Uh-huh.
creating like a little pathway, and they start tossing these pellets down there. It's about, I think it's like 10 of them.
Seriously?
Yeah.
How long does this take?
Maybe 10 minutes.
How
3
long is a
hours,
pellet the size of 10 minutes? Sounds like a lot.
It's less than, I'm gonna say it's less than a Tic Tac. It's like a big, fat, thick grain of rice of
Okay,
different thicknesses,
gotcha.
and they melt in different intervals,
Got
so
it.
the medicine gets slowly dispersed, and they pull that son of a bitch back out, give it a good lick, and then suture me up
I
and send
feel
me on
like
my way.
if you took 10 grains of rice and shoved them in my ass, that seems like a lot.
Next week on the show,
Hey,
let's find
hey.
out.
Katie got
Not
some
in the
rice up
hole.
there.
Katie,
Yeah.
we're already
Yeah.
pulling clumps of
Yeah.
hair out your ass.
Then we're gonna put some water in there. It's gonna
Yeah, I
expand.
think General
You're gonna
Tso's side
bust.
dish.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
explode
Hey,
like
it's now brown rice.
Yeah.
Boom.
Hey, what's
Uncle
your-
Ben's perverted
Yes.
rice.
It's a complex card.
Yes.
Hey, how's the road?
The
Welcome
road.
back.
You know what? I had a chance to help out our dear friend Mike Anderson,
Oh,
the former producer.
What do you mean
really?
help out?
Justin Scott and Spiegel. So about 10 days ago, now if you guys remember, well, Mike went down to Florida to be the morning show producer for this guy Paul Castronovo.
goddamn abandoned us.
And Dave Keckner and I were on their morning show when we were in the Dania, I can't remember how to say it, about a year or so ago. We were down there. And he texts me, Mike does, on July 18th, so 12 days ago.
Okay.
Goes, hey, hope you're well, yada, yada, yada. We're doing a big comedy show, 40th anniversary radio commemoration for Paul, the guy that I work with.
He's been on the air for 40 years.
Yes.
Jeez, God
with
Start when he was 10.
Steve
Wow.
Byrne, comic that we know.
Oh, yeah.
great comment.
We're doing this in a couple weeks at the Dania Improv, the club I just spoke about. We're trying to put together a video montage of all the comics, congratulating him on 40 years, making whatever age joke, whatever, nothing crazy, 10 to 20 seconds. Do you think David Keckner could shoot a little video as Packer and send it my way? I go, hey, Mike, I'll see him next weekend, meaning this past week in Alabama. I'll try to get something recorded. He goes, that would be awesome. Appreciate it, Rob. What's that emoji? The prayers thing?
Prayer hands.
Yeah,
Thank
right?
you. Thank you so much.
I go, my pleasure. He goes, thanks, man. Then Friday, this past Friday, hey, just a friendly reminder to see if you can get that Keckner to do the video on this weekend. And I'm like, thumbs up. Dude, okay.
I got you.
Okay, you don't need to.
Okay.
And I've already got it figured out. I say, look, I'm going to go to Dave. Because I'll wait till the show, the trivia show.
When he
he's
gets
dressed.
into character
Right.
and he's ready to go.
And I'll just shoot the video. I'll go, hey, it's Todd Packer. Congratulations, Paul, on 40 years. You get that package I left for you. Remember that one time we picked up twins? We took them back to our hotel room and I banged them both. That's
yeah, it's a
Right.
classic
Show.
Todd Packer.
Whammy. Done.
Yeah.
It's going to be easy. I completely forget.
Oh, shit.
Oh, you
damn.
did.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
okay.
man.
He texted me yesterday. Any luck? I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm sorry, dude. I said it got really crazy that day, which it sort of did. But that's still, I did actually forget, though. But I
Okay.
remembered the entire time up to it.
So you didn't then call Dave and say, hey, I screwed up. I need a favor.
Could you
didn't
do
that?
something for me?
I could still do it. But then he was like, don't sweat. I've just been trying to collect as many as possible. I knew we wouldn't get everyone.
So far, we've got Steve Byrne.
yes. So, but I
And
do,
Joe Robinson.
I
Hey, we're
do
trying to
feel
double.
bad. I guess I could still text him. But then,
Do you
he
feel
was
like
so
you're
nice
being
in letting
taken
me off
advantage
the
of?
hook.
Do you feel like you don't like to ask him that stuff, right?
Well,
like,
I'm not doing. Look, is it disingenuous? It's not like this guy and Dave Keckner are friends.
No, no,
he
I
doesn't even
know
remember
that.
it.
But
I'm
you
doing
and
it
Mike
for Mike
Anderson
Anderson.
are friends, right?
Right.
So, yeah, I mean,
But is this shout out real though?
here's the thing.
It's not that it doesn't
It
really
doesn't
like.
matter if it's real.
Yeah, I guess you would have to sell it to Dave. Like, hey, I
Yeah.
know you don't know Castronova, but his producer, old friend of mine, I want to make him look good.
Yeah.
Can you help me out?
Which
Yeah.
would have been perfect in front of him. I'm like, hey,
Yeah.
boom.
I got a friend named Todd in Waldorf that I can get a Packers jersey and be like, I misunderstood the assignment.
Yes.
I'll just throw in an Aaron Rodgers throwback jersey onto him.
There you go.
Yeah.
Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, sorry, pal.
And I'm not trying to be a pile on you, but
It sounds like you're going to.
you, as soon as you saw that he said, "Don't worry about it," you breathed a sigh of relief.
Yeah. Well, I did say I'm sorry. This happened,
Right.
And I did feel really bad because I legitimately had thought
But you
about it.
could fix it.
I could
It
try
would
to
require
fix it.
some work.
I
but
could try
you-
to fix it.
right.
Yes. Well,
You
I
know
asked,
what?
could I do it this weekend? But it's the show's. It's happening this
For
Friday.
me, don't.
Okay.
Just don't do anything. Because that son of a bitch has visited Maryland
Oh.
4 times
Yeah.
Okay.
in 2 years. And I love him. But I find out, you know when I found out that he's visiting Maryland? On his way back to Florida.
So let me ask you a
When I
question.
see a little video and I'm like,
Hey.
oh, I guess someone was here checking out the corn up in Harford County.
Has he ever done something as nice for this for you guys?
I don't seem to.
I don't
recall.
know.
I just
As a
remember-
matter of fact, he was supposed to be the guest roaster at the roast for you
Yeah.
guys, and he backed
He
out.
backed out, and he backed out for genuine reasons. He was like, we do have some new management at the corporate level, and I'm not trying to ruffle feathers
Mhm.
by appearing on a prime time program for my old show.
Okay,
I will hang out. Mike was there that night,
he was.
but
Yeah.
said, I think maybe 30 syllables to him all evening long.
So let me
The
ask you
chat's
this.
saying that don't worry about it. I don't really owe him, and I'm busy. It's
You don't
true.
know.
I mean,
You
I did
There-
legitimately.
the chat is also letting you off the hook. All right.
Thank you, chat.
Thank you,
so-
Jason.
So now, I'm not trying to make you feel bad. Maybe if you're not comfortable, we don't have to go down this avenue. But are you annoyed with him?
No, I'm not annoyed, but I am confused.
Do you just miss him?
sometimes.
Okay,
I
but
miss him.
the
then
friendship.
why
I miss
why
him.
do you think he's not reaching out to you?
I can tell you a story, and it'll make sense.
Okay.
This will make sense. We'll circle back around. I'm not going to
All
try
right.
and schlegel this thing for an hour. I once had a friend of mine in Waldorf ask me to be the best man at his wedding.
Okay.
Okay. Now I'm going to show you a picture of this guy. I'm not sure if you've ever met him before. Hold on. I'm going to show because he might have come to a show, and it'll help if you see who he is, because I think you might have met him in the past. Do you know that guy right there? Okay, that guy. Do you know him? You ever seen him before?
Yeah, I know that guy.
You know that
Yeah,
guy.
okay.
You ever met that guy?
Yeah.
He's a Waldorf fella that stopped
Okay.
up.
Oh yeah.
He asked me to be the
Okay.
best man at his wedding
Okay.
because I was his best friend. On the depth chart, he might have been in the 30s. Okay.
It's not.
Right?
I mean, the
understand. Yeah, yeah.
friend disparity
Right, right.
was
Yeah,
the balance was off.
but you did it, right?
Oh, damn right I did.
Yeah.
We had a great time, and I wished him well.
He'd
and-
take a bullet for you. You wouldn't even want to take him to lunch.
You
I
wouldn't
know.
take a BB for it.
Yeah.
You know how many times you've been to lunch? 0.
Yes.
Okay. And do you know where he lives, by the way? I
Right
have
near.
no idea.
Okay.
No, because
He's my next door neighbor.
I've never been to his house. He actually
No
lives with
clue.
me.
Cape St. Clair.
What are you
No
doing
city.
here?
Yeah.
But I obviously meant quite a bit to him,
Right.
and I was flattered to be asked.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, I guess I have a level of significance in your life, and yes, absolutely, I'll be the best man, and I'll.
But that
deliver
is
great speech.
rare. 'Cause
Yeah.
generally,
There's some
if
balance.
someone asks you to be the best man,
Yeah.
you're definitely. They're really.
Yeah.
You're both really close.
And there
with
was
each
plenty
other.
of groomsmen.
You probably knew it was going to happen, right?
Yeah.
no.
No, I'm saying normally when somebody says, will you be my best man? You're not blown away by it,
Yeah.
right? Normally.
Normally, you're not blown
Normally,
away. If
yeah,
someone was
right.
to ask, for whatever reason, you're not around, and
Yeah.
Rob was like, "I'm getting married to the one girl from the."
Yeah. Normally, you
the
don't say,
Patreon."
"Wait, I didn't even know that you were getting engaged."
Yeah.
I thought you were single.
God, thanks a
Wow.
lot, Brandy.
I'm learning a lot.
It's
Yeah.
Rob. Oh
Yeah,
shit.
okay.
Anyways, so there's that level. I think in Mike and I's relationship, I think it might have been reversed.
Oh, you think that
I think
you
I
valued
might have been
your friendship more?
way down on the depth chart
Yeah.
as far as importance, because I got scolded on the air. Not on the air, excuse me. I got scolded by something that happened on the air after his final show. We did a St. Patrick's Day broadcast 2018, 19, and I kind of came unglued a little bit on the air, got a little sobby. And one of my dearest friends is leaving, and he's basically the fourth mic on the show, and I don't know what we're gonna do, and blah blah blah. And I have a feeling he had moved on by that night. Like I was trying to like walk into his car and have a moment.
Yeah.
And in that moment,
All right,
I
dude,
gathered
all
like,
right.
oh, this is.
I just think he's uncomfortable with that. I just think
Oh.
he's the kind of guy that's not.
Well, then why is he not seeing him when he's in town?
I don't
That's a different thing.
know.
Does he think he's going to
Yeah.
blubber more?
Maybe am I going to be this solid? I missed you so much.
Nothing like crying, Justin.
Yeah. When have I been known?
Oh,
to
we're
cry?
supposed to cry. Maybe we'll do it next episode.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about
That's
that.
what
We're
you'll
gonna do
think
it.
about. You'll think about Mike Anderson.
That'll get me to do it. Yeah, we're gonna do the crying game from last week. It's
had-
I mean, I invited him to the shows when we were down there. He didn't come either.
He'll hit
Did
some
you
people
cry?
up when
I did.
he'll hit
I text
people
him
up
crying.
when he's in town.
Yeah,
he'll
no,
hit some folks up. I'll see some photos like, oh, okay,
He hit some people up that you're like, wait a minute, that guy?
okay, all right,
Right.
maybe. Hey, and you know what? What they mean to you is what they mean to you. So. Right now, my desire to help facilitate a win for him,
Gotcha.
it's lessened.
Solve that.
Okay,
I
so
got you.
Have you ever played the Stardome in Birmingham, Alabama, Justin?
Not
You've heard
really.
of this club, right?
I'm not familiar with it.
Oh, really?
No,
Okay. So my whole comedy career,
The
I've
Stardome?
Yes.
it sounds like somewhere a sporting
sounds
team.
yeah,
would
awesome.
play.
right.
Silver Dome, Superdome,
My-
Stardome,
My
Tokyo
whole
Dome.
comedy career, I have heard about the Stardome in Alabama.
What's the name of the thing in Vegas? Is it the Sphere? Is it like the Sphere?
Yeah.
Sphere? Yeah,
It
okay.
is not like the Sphere. And I've heard that it's always packed. This is this great room, and I'd romanticized it. And then I saw, I guess whenever it was, beginning of the year last year, that this was on the calendar. I was like, "How fuck yeah,
Let's
we're
look
gonna be
this
at the
up, man.
Stardome."
I think of a
Yeah.
dome. I think of like some center AV unit. I'm thinking,
Yeah.
are we selling out just the floor level? Or are we going lower dome or
We
upper
do have
dome?
tiered like theater seating, giant stage.
Let's get a look at
the backdrop has the
Stardome.
star.
So here's-
That it's a lovely little backdrop.
Yeah, I like the
Yeah,
stage back
I like
there.
Get
it.
a look at the Stardome.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
Oh,
that's
look,
not
no,
it.
no, that's
Okay.
That's
definitely
it.
not
This
where
is-
I was.
No.
The
3
New Zealand
days ago.
Stardome Observatory.
You
No.
performed at a planetarium.
did not.
Do this.
Hey, back out real quick. Hit one
Oh,
level
sorry.
back. You're fine. You're fine. I was
Go
going to say
back?
it showed 2 pages back. It showed the
You-
capacity.
Yeah,
Okay, let's
it's
do
like a 3
Let's see
something.
what we got here. Oh no, it was just the address. I was like, damn,
Yeah.
1,818 people. No, that's just the street address. Shit.
So we finally get to the Stardom. First of all, we played Huntsville, Alabama, about 2 months early. Sold really well.
Is it Stardom or Stardome?
Stardome.
Stardome.
So I had
Look at me.
assumed that this was going to be like, we're going to sell really well here too. Got a little update 2 weeks out on the numbers, not looking good. I actually had a Sunday show as well that got canceled. That's fine. Get home earlier and get there. And our writer, in terms of just like for the comedy aspect,
Yeah.
is just he wants a wireless mic and I want a wired. And then there's the Celsius drinks and the canned hot coffee, bottled water, which is everything, and then canned Starbucks coffee things. So
It's about a 1 out of 10
Exactly.
on the difficulty scale.
so when we get there and they don't have that. It's not that I'm bothered that doesn't exist. It's
Just
like,
so easy.
but
to
now
do.
I know
Yeah.
that they haven't done
Yeah.
the trivia writer, which is more complex.
Oh, I got you. I
Right.
got you.
Like there is that old saying, like whoever the band that said take out all the red M&Ms or something.
Just to see if they were going to do
Right.
it. Yeah.
They knew that they looked at it. So we get there and like in the writer is our intro. So in the songs and it's a 7 p.m. show. There's also a guy in this emails that's going to pick us up. He's nowhere to be found.
Okay.
Dave calls somebody. He goes, we'll call you back in 10 minutes. What do you mean? Call us back. So we just fucking Uber there.
Yeah.
Okay. It's only 3 minutes away, but still, it's like you're not picking us up. You're not telling us to Uber. We're supposed to figure it out.
Well,
Okay,
hold
let's-
on. I'm going to interrupt you for a second. You Ubered from the hotel?
Yes.
Okay. I was going to talk
Yeah.
because I saw the town. I've never heard of it.
I want to
Yeah.
co-sign what Edwin's
Well,
saying.
it's a suburb of Birmingham.
Okay.
Edward's saying in chat right now. And I was just about to ask
Mm.
this. You've been having some crap luck recently.
Yeah.
With people paying attention to stuff.
Mm.
And I've traveled with you. We've done some
It's
stuff.
bothering me.
It's bothered you, but I don't know what Keckner's temperament is.
It's bothering me.
It's getting on his nerves a little bit.
It's getting on his nerves. And well, this the real problem with this club, and because he did a ton of press, this is a club that is basically now an urban room.
Did he hit you?
It's 90%. He did not.
Okay.
It's either Mike Epps or
Earthquake.
Yeah.
Jay the Chameleon.
or like a southern regional
Was Jay the
Comic.
Chameleon there?
Somebody there.
a white regional southern comic who's
Howard
from
J.
Alabama
Yeah.
so that's really what it is. So we get there and like who's the fucking manager? I don't know who's in charge.
No point of contact.
There's no like what's happening. The sound guy's like he doesn't have any of the intros, nothing of that. And it's a 7 p.m. show. Like it's not starting. Like, what are we waiting for? It started at 7:40. I'm like, what's happening, right? It's only one show that night. And I go, do you have the stuff for the trivia tomorrow? Nobody knows what I'm talking about. You got to print off these sheets. I just still don't know who the manager is. I just talked to the sound guy, and so I emailed to him. He goes, okay, because he's going to do sound tomorrow. And then the next day, the woman emails me, yeah, the link won't open to download the thing. I'm like, well, I'm opening it right now. So it will open. He opened it last night. I'll send you the link directly. Of course, she can open it.
Copy and paste.
I don't know why you can't open it. It's literally you click on it, but whatever. So we get there, and it's just the green room. I get, like, if you want to have nostalgia, like an old press clipping of Kings of Comedy, will it work? The blue collar or Jeff Foxworthy, is he the next big star? And that's funny. You look and he is.
Jeff Dunham, star on the run.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They had a printed out from Entertainment Weekly. Will Roseanne Barr change the face of sketch comedy?
Dude, I saw this on your social and laughed.
What the fuck are you talking about?
When was Roseanne involved in sketch
Apparently
comedy?
she had some show that I didn't even remember happening.
She had a sketch
rival
comedy show?
SNL.
Oh.
So not only does nobody remember this, it didn't happen. It didn't work.
It's still there.
And there's no ties to you. There's nothing to do with this club. There's another clipping of a guy who looks like Vanilla Ice.
Okay.
Who was a comedian magician. Never fucking heard of him. This shit is like 30 years old.
It's got to be dusty too. I mean that
so
physically.
It's sad. They have an old Sullivan and show. That TBS show with Steve Byrne and Roy Wood. They're going on tour. One of the guys in that was the guy that was canceled. I forget that. Owen Benjamin. He's on this thing. There's a giant. I know they got this for free. A Foster's beer.
Okay.
Plaque thing. They don't even serve Foster's beer.
I was going to ask again. What state is this in?
This is in Birmingham, Alabama.
Couldn't be less Australian.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's just they got that for free. Like 30 years, you haven't updated their shit. Like, do you not care?
By the way, I have the Roseanne. It was called Saturday Night Special.
How many episodes?
One episode.
God, yes.
Wait, let me give you the names.
Really?
This is one episode. Okay. One episode, you got Roseanne Barr, Jennifer Coolidge, Laura Keitlinger, Kathy Griffin. You got Carl LeBove.
Oh, that's Kinnison's boy.
Yep. You got Sharon Stone.
Oh, wow.
Ben Stiller.
Look at this thing.
Sarah Silverman.
Yeah.
John Goodman.
Wow.
Harvey Keitel.
Amazing.
Are you kidding?
How bad must it have been to have these people in it?
Janine Garofalo, Rosie Perez.
Yeah.
Yasmin Bleeth, Nicole Eggert, Jenny McCarthy. At least the one show was probably good.
They have that on the wall.
It debuted April 1st through May 18th, just 96. So they actually had a small run.
Oh, they did? I thought it said one episode.
96.
It said, but in a time slot as the temporary displaced Mad TV.
Oh, I see.
So maybe you know what it was? She was in it for one episode.
Oh, I got
There were multiple episodes, but
Right.
it lasted 6 weeks.
And it has nothing to do with the Stardome or Alabama.
nothing at all.
So I'm like, I don't get what the fuck's happening. So
look at the fucking lineup of guests they had as celebrity guests. Kiss, Radiohead, Green Day, Patti Smith, Ice-T. Heard any of these bands? Rodney Dangerfield.
that just shows how bad it was that we don't remember this. Because right now it sounds like the greatest thing of all
One of the
time.
greatest things. James Woods, Alice in Chains.
This sounds like one of our drafts.
It
that
does.
Katie and I would do.
Exactly, yes.
yes. Wow. Okay.
So it's just like this attention to detail. The one show, the mic stops working for me.
Oh,
Okay,
great. Cool.
So, and then they start papering the room. And
Oh,
look,
to get.
Oh,
I gotcha.
no.
Can I
Yeah.
ask a question? Are you post the trivia show, or are you talking about the trivia show? Right
well, we
now?
got through the trivia show. There
Okay.
was a woman in the. Go ahead.
How did that? Did they pull that off?
They did finally pull it off and
Okay.
everything. So once they figured it out, it was. But then why do I?
Because
have
I'm
to stress
stressed
about
for
it?
you, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
they did pull it off. Now it wasn't well attended like any other show, so that affects my money. There's
Right.
also a woman in the very first front row. Her and her husband. She's on her phone, looking up answers.
Oh my God.
Now, because of the time thing, you have to have. There's only like 45 seconds to answer, and the quicker you answer correctly,
Right.
you can't really cheat and win because by the time you look it up and type
time
it in,
has
right,
passed.
right,
You
right.
wouldn't
wouldn't-
answer
The people that knew it would already.
But Dave, like, are you cheating? And she goes, this is what she goes. Well, you didn't say you couldn't. And then this is her excuse because, the two finalists, they get to come on stage and reenact a scene. She goes, no. There's a reason why I wanted to cheat. I was cheating. We go, what? Because I wanted to be one of the finalists. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You wanted to
Right.
win.
Yes.
That's the
Hey,
point of
honey,
cheating.
no. I was cheating on it because I wanted to fuck her. It's okay. Right?
No,
That's why.
I'm explaining.
I
to
wasn't
you.
being bad.
No.
I
The
just
reason
wanted
I
to have
stole
sex
your
with her.
TV
Yeah.
is I wanted it.
Because it was a better TV than mine.
I like yours
Right.
nicer.
But she said there's like
What are you
these
not-
legitimate reason for
You know
doing
what? I
this.
like
Jesus.
this girl.
Yeah, I like her.
I
She's
respect her.
Yeah.
She's a boss bitch.
Didn't win, by the way.
Okay, no shit. Yeah.
But here the Late Show is. Hey, look, we know if there's a group of black people at the show, they're probably
It's gonna
not-
rule.
They probably weren't there for us. So-
Okay, right.
And we know that they've gotten free tickets.
Uh-huh.
And this Late Show, I mean, I'm just people are looking at me like I'm speaking
Right.
a language. I'm just looking
was
at
like
blank
Fallujah.
faces. I know nothing that I'm saying is hard to understand.
Right.
My jokes are not
And
highbrow.
that's
I
surprising.
might as
to
well have
hear.
been speaking
Was
Chinese.
it guerrilla warfare?
No, they were just like, "What the fuck's happening?"
Oh,
They
okay.
just had to be glad to be out of the heat.
That's strange to me because back in the day, we don't talk about it much anymore. And Andy Klein used to champion this. Andy Klein, one of the amazing writers, comedians around here, the world should know more about.
Yes.
And these days, you've got crowd work comedy, prop comedy, you've got alt comedy, whatever.
Mhm.
He was one of the first guys who used to champion crossover comedy. And crossover comedy mean Joe Robinson is going to head into a black room. Alabama is going to go into an indie room somewhere in D.C. Some guy from the city is going to go to some club in the country and vice versa to take the act and cross over. And, you were amongst us sort of celebrated as one of those people that could do that.
Oh, no.
Where
and
you would
I
be in front of
can,
a majority black audience and murder.
No,
Well, you had
it is in my
material
wheelhouse.
specific to your life
Yes.
that really allowed you some
And I
latitude there.
could have done some of those jokes, but I didn't want to.
They didn't
'cause I-
deserve it. is what
Because you
you're
don't even want to be here.
Right.
One woman yelled out during Dave's set, "Were you in Talladega Nights?" Which he
Jesus.
was, and he goes, "What do you think?" Well, my friend said you were. Is your friend here? No.
Okay.
So okay, what's happening, right?
Yeah.
So we were just kind of making fun. At one point, he has this joke about, like, because he's like ladies, like, man, we can actually do things. Like, we went to the moon.
Yeah.
With 3 guys started to fucking day drinking, ended up night drinking, looking up at the moon. Moon's not that far. This woman yells out, it was actually black women that figured out how to get to the moon. It's like, Jesus Christ.
Okay.
So even in this joke, you're telling me that I'm wrong. It's so it was just like, what? It was like, why the fuck are we here?
Someone
So-
had just seen Hidden Figures.
Yeah, I was gonna
Exactly.
say, yeah,
right.
yeah.
It's like when you're fact checking the
Shane
joke.
Gillis' joke about that is hysterical. Have you seen
Yeah.
Shane Gillis' Hidden Figures joke?
No, tell me. it.
Shane Gillis says, he was bringing up the factualities of Hidden Figures and the multiple black women that helped NASA get to the moon. And he goes, when my dad watches it, calls it Medea Goes to Space. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
And on that note,
Yeah.
we're going to go to a commercial break. Be right back. I saw Randolph Rice on TV today on local,
Hell yeah.
doing his local news commercial.
Going to see him next week at the
Yeah.
White Marlin Open.
So not many people are having a TV commercial on the news and are on the DLP agenda.
The guy
Yeah,
is
they told
he's
me.
a medium
He
over.
spreads it out.
He
Yes.
really, from down here in the gutter
Yeah.
to the top shelf. He is under the sink and all the way to the top. We're actually going to we got to start playing it soon, by the way. We got to have some fun for this fella. In 2 weeks,
Yeah,
we're going
getting
down
some
there.
stories out of that.
Yeah, we're going down there for the day.
Yeah.
Is
Are
Katie
we
coming?
Are we fit? No, she's not coming.
Okay.
Are we fishing?
Whoa,
Dude,
what are we doing?
You don't know how much shit he has planned.
Oh no.
He has a day.
Okay.
He has a full fat packed day.
Are
And
we
it's
are
great.
we going to be on jet skis?
You're doing everything.
What?
Okay.
You're water skiing. You're being pulled
No,
on a tube.
No, I'm not.
You're
Okay.
gonna.
Doing any of that
It's.
shit.
I'll give it a shot.
Give it a shot. It's a
Okay.
disaster. I mean, I went
Okay.
out there. I talked a rack of shit. I was terrible at it. I was able to do it when I was 14,
Yeah.
45 in the water.
Yeah, we're gonna have to have a
Can't do it.
talk about what we're doing.
He's going to pull you on a tube. We're going to be drunk on a boat. Sounds like
Okay.
a country
That I
song.
can do. That I can
That
do.
you're going to nail.
Mhm.
We're going to fish. We're going to go visit a rich friend of his that lives on the water.
I can
Okay.
do that.
He's going to take us to this exclusive tiki bar that I've never been to.
I
I don't
like
think
that.
you could get to other than if you have a
Yeah.
boat.
Okay.
Like, I don't think there's like land access
It's
to
like
it.
they have orange crushes, but they're like $37.
Yeah, exactly. You got to put a down
should
payment
I
on a
should
plate
I
of
rest
calamari.
up, stretch,
Yeah.
get myself ready?
He
for
wakes up early and we stay
Oh.
out late.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
he'll
It
let you
sounds
drive.
like a nice little vacation.
It's nice. He'll let
Yeah.
you drive the boat too. He definitely,
will.
yeah, and he did the thing where I held the wheel, but he reached around me and we steered it with me.
Aw, that's
Yeah,
cute.
Ah, you
looking
like
back
that.
at him. You're
Yeah.
doing such a good job. Give me a little peck on the cheek. Yeah, it's gonna be an awesome time. It's gonna be real fun. I actually had a pretty good time this past weekend. For the first time in a
Yeah.
long time, I went over to my friend Steve Huber's house.
Love Steve.
And Steve Huber works at the Bay. It's been a while since we got together. He's down to doing like a family day thing. And I left every one of my family members at home and went
Well
over
done.
there by myself. And I don't imbibe much anymore. You know, I'll drink, but I don't get high.
The other thing.
Yeah, I don't really mess with the edibles. I don't smoke up anymore. I get paranoid. I get dizzy.
At your peak of getting high, how often were you doing it?
Once a week.
Okay.
Maybe. I'd go to Waldorf Pizza House. We'd
Mhm.
smoke a bong and we'd play video games all night. That
Sure.
was it. I could never perform stoned on stage. I did once. It was at that Stavi benefit show that came up on his podcast. I had to talk to a fucking therapist about.
Oh.
It was bad. They faded the music on bombing. I didn't bomb. They were utterly disinterested. And this past weekend, he goes, "Hey, you got to try this 5 milligram THC seltzer." And it was a seltzer, just like a White Claw, like a Truly, whatever. And it's got 5 milligrams of THC.
Sounds nice.
1 milligram of CBD, no booze. It's just seltzer.
Was it delicious?
It was delicious.
Okay.
It was like a blackberry, raspberry, whatever.
Yeah.
And I sip on this thing and I get silly. And he's laughing, I'm laughing, his friend Todd's
good.
laughing. It's the scene's perfect.
They're on the same thing.
We're on the same wavelength.
They're all drinking these seltzers.
Just having one each.
I had one. I think he had two.
Okay.
My friend Todd had one. Then we just shifted over to beers, and we're just laughing. And the conversation's getting funny, and the conversation's getting real funny, and to the point where I'm like, I'm kind of fucking crushing during this conversation.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn,
Steve's a good guy to have those moments.
Yes, he makes you feel funny.
Yeah.
And it's in that moment I'm thinking, is this a false funny? Because he's
yeah.
laughing at everything I'm saying. I'm laughing. I feel like comedically I'm in the pocket. And I start writing down stuff as we're talking. I'm taking my phone. I'm like, well, that's great. I got to write that down.
Yeah.
And I've done this before back in the day where I would get a buzz and I would write stuff down. And then you look at it the next morning, and you're like, what the fuck is that? What the fuck
I know
is,
that.
What the fuck is
a few of
monkey
those.
peanut?
Yeah.
All right. I just wrote down, I was like, what if the spiral was straight? I'm like, the fuck was, did they make me context as to what that was?
Is that Hedberg?
What is that? I got no idea. Yeah. What happens when a spiral loses control? Does it end up straight? Whatever. So
tell me you wrote something.
I wrote them all down and I read them and I don't know.
Okay.
I don't. Okay. So here we go. Okay.
Let's
How about we like
okay.
One
I'm
of these.
gonna rank my favorites. Let's
Okay.
rank
I
our
have
favorites.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay.
You actually
all right.
wrote some extensive things. Okay.
I wrote
First
a
thing you wrote.
whole thing. Okay. First thing. This was in addition to a joke I have right now where I just having stepkids.
Okay.
I got stepkids and I have we share a bathroom and all that. And I was going to I did wander into the bathroom once when the door wasn't locked and my stepson was getting out. And we're like, oh, sorry, buddy. And you shut the door and all that. And like, oh, it's so embarrassing. Your dad walks in on you. I mean,
Sure.
It's probably happened to all of us one point or another. But I was going to tell a joke or make an observation that I accidentally got a peek at him. And he just had this horrifically large crank,
Yeah.
just massive.
Okay.
And at that point, I can't tell him shit anymore. Like at that point,
Yeah.
I've lost
yes.
all authority over
All
it.
right. This is
At
good.
that point,
Yeah.
Is that on there?
that's part of it. Okay.
Okay.
It's like, have you ever
So
told
is
someone?
that wait? Is that the part that was already written? Or
No, that was I came up with.
Okay.
While I was a
This
little
is
stoned
good.
All
up.
right. I like it.
I said, my stepson's penis is so big I can't discipline him.
Yeah.
Have you ever told someone with a huge crank to finish their homework? You can't. And I was going to expound on it from
Okay.
there.
There's
I
also
read-
a joke in there. Well, obviously, with a dick like that, you're my stepkid.
we can't, brilliant. We
Okay.
can't be related.
Yeah.
Look, compare
He's
it.
now telling you what to do.
Exactly.
He's
I'm
telling
going
me,
to need you to
Yeah.
mow the lawn.
Hey, Justin, go mow the lawn. You got it, Gavin. And I'm out there.
Shouldn't you be at work right now?
Yeah, I should be. God, I'm sorry. We've
Well,
talked about this,
Oh,
Justin.
should I take 3 inches off the lawn? Then I'd have your cock.
All right, that first one wins. Okay.
That's good.
That's a
All
really
right.
good one.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's another one here.
But wait, was it a big dick then?
I didn't see it.
Okay.
I was going to add
all
that
right.
because I walked
yeah.
in, it was a half a second. Like,
Just
Jesus
imagine.
Christ. Yeah. I was just like,
Okay.
it would be funny.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the why you're as good as you are at what you do is that it's so much bigger. It obviously couldn't be my kid.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I've seen Evans and poor fella. Okay. Another one where I said, sexually, people have talked about, you meet a guy and like, hey, you're trying to play doctor. You want to play doctor with me? You want to play doctor? Except I just take you back to my apartment and do fucking horrible experiments on you. Where I just start just cracking your chest open while you're screaming
You
uncontrollably.
do
Yeah.
appendicitis.
Yeah, I just said like, come on, let's go ahead and take
Okay.
them lungs out. I
Yeah.
just,
Well, you have ringworm.
I start doing blood work.
Right.
on
You give
them.
me antibiotics.
Like, yeah,
Right.
Yeah, nothing went in my ass. You're just
Stool
taking-
sample.
Yeah, exactly. I
Are you
give
sure you don't want to check down there? No, I think your feet look they need to be working on.
No.
Your ankles.
I want to give you Tommy
yeah.
John surgery.
Right,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
so
there's something in there.
there's
Gary
something there.
Goldman has these jokes about doing role playing, and he's like the professor, and she's the the college kid.
Mhm.
But he's just giving her homework. And he's never have sex.
When's the sex?
And she's like, okay, yes, I'll get that.
He's grading tests he doesn't have time for.
Yeah.
Oh boy, this one's maybe a little bit problematic. I came up with a character called Barracuda Shark Attack, the world's ultimate lesbian. And
okay.
I don't know.
Hey, it doesn't need fixing.
No, that's all I wrote down. I don't know what that means.
Her first name is Barracuda.
Barracuda Shark
Shark
Attack,
Attack.
the world's ultimate lesbian.
Okay.
And for whatever reason,
So her name is Barracuda Shark.
Barracuda Shark Attack. You have to say the full name.
I
And
like
I'm
it.
on the fucking ground with Steve. We're
Show
laughing.
title.
We are in tears describing this.
Barracuda Shark Attack.
We're describing
Yeah.
this woman's life to each other
Yeah.
and her various interests. We won't get into here.
No,
maybe
I
on
know what
Patreon.
she looks like. She has short hair. She wears denim.
So you were
I
there
know,
at the
yeah.
pool. Yeah.
I know.
I
know.
wrote that down. I was like, it's the funniest thing I've ever said. And the next day I read it, I'm like, this is so
Okay.
goddamn
Now,
stupid.
do you see that as like a sketch or like a stand-up bit?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
don't-
know where to fit it. I have no idea.
Or whether or not people are going to like you making fun
Yeah.
of butch lesbians.
Or-
I assume she's butch.
I have
Based
no
on her
idea.
name.
I don't
write-
assume that
Yeah.
at all.
I didn't write down.
I think
details.
Barracuda Shark
she looks
Attack.
like
You
Michelle
think
Pfeiffer.
You think she looks like Portia de Rossi?
I do. That's exactly what she's.
Yeah, she's looking. I'm
Yes.
thinking a little bit more
Right.
Martina Navratilova than Martina McBride.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. To steal your Meg Ryan, Nolan Ryan
There you go.
comparison.
Nice.
Classic Rob. Another one here was now this I thought of as a business idea that started making me
Oh,
laugh.
I love business ideas.
Okay, business idea. Okay.
'Cause
Josh did a story
Uh-huh.
a year or so ago about a doctor that got in trouble because while a patient was completely anesthesia, he had a gigantic hog. And he had all of his nurses come in and be like, look at this fucking thing.
That's not too bad.
Hey, Tammy, get in here. Like, look at
Yeah,
this
yeah.
crank. And they were like having a laugh about it. I think
Sure.
one of the like nurses was like, Jesus Christ, I gotta take a picture of that for the
How could
whatever.
you not?
How
Right?
can you not do that? But
Yeah.
again, that's sort of a violation of that guy's privacy.
Sure.
What if you had
sort of?
sort of, you know,
How is it not definitely?
it's you know, but
Well,
it's
if I had a
kind of
giant hog
If I had a
and somebody want to take a
giant
picture of it,
yeah,
I'd
yeah.
probably be okay with
I
it.
would be like, oh, you're
All right.
showing off my.
You're not
huge
going to
dick
believe
with-
what I
yeah.
did when you were under. I'm fine with it.
God,
Yeah,
well,
it's
that's
okay.
the joke, or that's the angle.
Oh, that's where you're going.
was what if, in light of how expensive healthcare costs go, that there is this special YouTube streamer surgical center where like, hey, listen, our heart replacements, our
heart replacement.
heart replacements,
Yeah.
okay, all of our appendectomies, all right, all of
Yeah.
our stents, it's like half price. We're gonna do just as good a job.
Yes.
But while you're under, we fucking live stream it. We fuck with
You
you.
like Mystery Science
Yeah.
Theater? You make fun of it.
We
like,
make fun of them, like this
Yeah.
guy's dumbass
yeah.
tattoo.
Look
We're
at that esophagus.
We're
loser.
playing with your ass, you
Yes.
know. We're rubbing our dicks back and forth across your head, like we really while you're under and you
I-
don't know.
I,
what's
think
happening.
I think there's a joke.
What
gonna disrespect
percentage of women are going to be okay with that?
Yeah. No.
It's
you-
1%, right?
Okay.
It's
With the
50% of
process,
men,
yeah.
1% of women.
Well, it's.
Do you
it's-
want this
it's
lung
expensive.
transplant or not?
How
Okay?
bad do you want it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to live and it might cost at the expense of a few million clicks on YouTube while we're laughing our asses off at you while we make fun of your weird crab eye
Yeah.
crooked titties
Now,
and you
do
wake up
they-
it
alive?
changes this whole Obamacare thing.
Yeah.
It's
It
not
does.
necessary.
If it was going to cost
Logan
you
Paul care.
20 grand and then it costs you nothing,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
Oh, wait.
Mr. Beast care, but during the entire time, we
they're
all
not
get
going to
fart
say
in your
who
face.
you are, right? It doesn't matter who you are.
I would like people to. I want people to
Yeah.
show who you are. Like
Okay.
today's patient,
All right.
Rob Mayer, and what he needs to have done is he
Yeah.
has 2 clogged valves leading into the majority of his heart. What we're going to do is we're going to put him under. We're going to call it a stent, and that opens up the arteries. But while we're doing that,
And physical done, I would pay for that for you if I can watch it. You know,
Oh, I
you could,
see.
you could like do it that the other way. You could have it's like a GoFundMe.
Free-
or something. Yes.
there you go. It's like free healthcare
Yes.
with conditions.
Uh-huh.
I
Then
mean,
we
it's
get
so
to-
much better than Canada.
Yeah, we get
Yeah.
to just do dumb shit to you
Right.
while you're and you're under. You won't know.
You know what? The Barracuda Shark Attack, not a moneymaker. This one, yes.
Yeah, Barracuda Shark Attack. There might be somebody there. And there was another one that I talked about.
Brittany's in free health.
Brittany, you're in?
Yep.
Hell yeah. Okay.
All right.
If you need anything plastic
Anything
surgically done, I don't think
or
you do.
just
You're kind of
need to
perfect.
Be, whatever.
Yeah. If you need me to paint you like one of Rob's French girls, I got watercolors.
We're on it.
French girl.
And the last one was
Yeah.
me talking about the April Fool's prank that I never did.
Okay.
The one where I was going to put the yard of the month sign in
Yes.
everybody's yard in my
Yes.
neighborhood.
Yes.
And a guy there made an observation. He's like, there's someone in that neighborhood that has the shittiest yard. And they're going to be like, what the fuck? What do you think won it? The huge pile of tires,
Yes.
or the half a Trans Am? What do you think it did? The starving dog chained to the tree?
Because you can't not put it in that yard.
You
'cause
have to
then
put
you're
it in that
letting-
yard.
No, that's obviously the
Right, because if
Obviously,
you
Joe.
don't put it in that
Yeah.
yard, they're gonna be like, "Why
Right.
didn't I get one of
They're
the
gonna
why did I get one?
pretend
Yeah.
signs?"
Not everything could
Exactly.
be like a perfect yard
Who
or
am
even
I?
okay yard.
Barracuda shark
Okay.
attack.
Barracuda Shark Attack, world's ultimate lesbian.
You got something out of this.
There's
Yeah,
something
You
there.
did.
I
Yeah.
think
If
the
you
one.
do this once a week,
The edible Celsius.
you'll
or
have
whatever it is.
30 minutes.
I think the steps on one. I think you added a good tag to.
Yeah.
That him. When I got to look
Right.
at him, like, oh, you're obviously not my kid. Look at
Yeah.
that banging in your knees.
So you got 30 seconds of materials. what
Yeah,
you're
I
saying.
got. Hey, that's all I need. That's a good ratio.
Yeah.
So
If I
if
get a
every
new joke
time
a
you
week,
do
I'm
it,
stoked.
yeah, you get 30 seconds.
If I get 30 seconds to a minute, you
Oh,
know me.
yeah, come on.
I'll add
Yeah.
some. I'll add some.
Yeah.
Oh, you will.
Some sizzle to this steak. I'll put
you
some.
100%.
I'll garnish this bitch up. So
No,
hell
when
yeah,
you,
I
thanks
love
for-
it.
Thanks for the tag.
Hell yeah,
when
man.
you told us this happened,
Mhm.
I was expecting a lot worse.
I
A
really
lot of that
was,
stuff
too.
is funny.
It's.
You know what I
I
mean?
wanna
A lot
look-
of that works.
It's not
And-
as funny as the way we were reacting to it.
No,
I mean,
if I
when
have
say
anything.
I was
Obviously.
on my back with my legs
gotcha.
flailing.
But also, even Barracuda Shark
Barracuda
Attack is
Shark
funny.
Attack, World's Ultimate Lesbian, because we kept adding things to
Because
her
I
life.
had things
Yeah.
and like, here's something sex quiet joke.
Okay.
After,
What's the joke?
the joke is like, that was 5 seconds.
Yeah,
that
that's a
felt
long
like
time.
forever.
That felt
right?
like forever.
Mhm.
It's dead air. It's crazy.
So if you worry about not lasting that long in bed, just super quiet.
To make no noise.
Because 30 seconds will seem like 10 minutes.
That's a great
Yeah, but
concept, yeah.
not that this is a problem, but your partner's still making noise,
Yeah,
right?
Okay.
You got to have them also be quiet.
Okay.
Damn.
We're working it
That's
out.
not
Joe.
going to be a
Hey,
problem.
I didn't use it on stage. I wrote it on this when I was drunk
No,
one night.
But that
Okay.
you could. The
Yes.
joke would be.
Yes.
It's like also you have to worry about your partner being quiet,
Right.
but that's not really a problem.
It's not.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Then I was like, how do I stop her from making noise? I'm like, oh, I fuck her.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
All
that's
right.
a fine concept.
There
That's
you
a
go.
great concept.
Okay.
Yeah.
What else? Because I'm just gonna go back see what I
Katie's saying Barracuda Shark Attack is their next dog's name.
yes.
You
I
get
love
a
it.
third hairless mutt. Hell yeah.
Yeah. All right. I don't know. I write
Sorry that
things
the
down.
feed might have glitched for a
Yeah.
second. There might have been something going on in the Matrix there.
It's
Apparently
all good.
the feed jumped.
Hey, speaking of Katie,
What's up, Katie?
we have an idea. We're gonna do it. I don't know the date yet.
Okay.
So we're gonna do it here on the main show. But if you're a patron, you can play along.
But we'll do it here for people to see.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
Let me, before you say, I just want to say I don't like it.
okay.
I don't like the idea.
We were talking about this pre-show, and I could tell you were
well, I
uneasy
don't.
with
And
this.
there's no. It's only a loss for me. But
Yes,
continue.
it is.
Go ahead.
Right.
So we're gonna use the same website that we do with our trivia, with the office trivia, now with our murder mystery, and you're gonna be able to. We're having a Who Knows Katie the best.
Mhm.
Katie will write these trivia questions.
Okay.
What's my favorite color? Blue, green, orange, red. Just throwing that out there as an example. And we're all gonna play.
Mhm.
And if you're on Patreon, we'll send you the link so you can actually physically play
Play
it on your
along
phone.
with.
Yeah,
I love it. Brilliant.
right. And it will tally the scores. I don't know, 20 questions, 2 rounds, whatever. And then we'll see,
Right.
can anyone beat Joe? Because really, like you said,
You
Well,
have to be.
yes.
You're the. We're basically signing you the
Nikki's saying
championship
you're
right
gonna
now.
lose.
Yeah, and also Brittany says that it must be awesome if Joe doesn't like it,
Dude,
No,
yes.
it's only there's nothing good in it for me.
Okay.
If I win, well, no shit.
You have
This is
to.
my wife,
Let's-
right? If I lose, it's like, how does Nikki Davis know more about
Yes,
it?
It's
Yeah.
loser break
It's
even
hilarious.
for you.
Yeah.
So
Well,
do
bro,
we?
How does Raven
Okay.
Chef know more about Katie?
the
than
funniest
I do?
result, Shoemake beat you.
Shoemaker. Oh,
Yeah,
he will.
annihilates you.
He knows her
Jesus.
blood type.
Right, yeah.
Dude,
he
he
knows the
remembers
hospital
shit.
she was born
Yeah.
in.
We're gonna call
Shoemaker's
it
got the memory of an
Yes,
elephant,
we're
man.
going to call it the Katie Cup.
Yeah.
Dave
hell yeah.
Dennis, you're in Costa Rica.
Let's call
Enjoy
it-
your vacation.
Let's call it the Diva Cup.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just put naked Katie on the Stanley Cup. We'll call it the Katie
That's
Cup.
the thing
yes.
that a certain member of ours
Hello.
on the air
Yeah.
staff free bleeds into, and I put over
So-
my eye at the Ocean City Resort.
We'll come up with a date for that in the questions. Also, just getting a little ahead here. Now, we used to do this. We used to do the show on Mondays, which means it would fall on Labor Day.
Okay.
Mhm.
We would do the Labor Day. The chat runs the show, and now we do it on Tuesdays. So September 3rd, the Tuesday after Labor Day, that's the day the chat has questions. You control the show. You're
Yes.
throwing out the topics. We answer your questions. We don't bring anything to the table except for you. Of course, we also do our Super Bowl picks that week.
Yeah, you
Other
guide
than,
the
other
show.
than that, you guide the show. So look for that
Katie,
on September 3rd.
Katie says in chat, I will go Barracuda shark attack on Joe if he loses.
She'll go world's ultimate lesbian.
Yeah.
Okay.
Justin and I are going to suddenly start really paying close attention to Katie these days. So.
Yeah, real close
Yeah,
attention.
boy, you know where I want to go on vacation? Where do you want to go?
If you want to
So,
knock
man.
Eric out of the round real quick, how do you properly spell her maiden name?
Yeah.
Knock it. He's already gone.
It's
He's
a
out.
tough one. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Katie, get your friends on this too. Yeah. Get
Yeah, I'd love to
everybody.
know
Yeah.
how some of the folks that you guys
Yeah.
hang out with, no names named,
Yeah.
some of the girl crew. I wonder how well they do.
Also, maybe we can get some of your ex-boyfriends in on it too.
No, that's not going to happen.
No, but there might be questions about him.
Yes,
In particularly at a funeral
Well,
where he was
yeah.
brought up. Yeah.
Speaking of Katie, you, Joe and Katie, little twist on Here's Why You're Wrong this last week's episode. Fantastic.
Awesome episode.
And
Thanks.
Katie really broke your heart specifically with this clip right here.
Oh, man. Drama.
Drama. Okay.
Okay.
So you get the first pick.
First pick, Daniel Day-Lewis.
Motherfucker.
I immediately am choosing Daniel Day-Lewis. I was going to do it no matter what. Even if I did comedy or horror, I was choosing Daniel Day-Lewis. You will not have him. This is really a block pick, if I'm being honest, because in almost no scenario would I have chosen him, but I don't want you to choose him and go off on one of your tangents about why you've won because you picked Daniel Day-Lewis. Also, have now created a movie that you'll go see immediately.
So if you've been listening to Laughs Count Anywhere, you know recently, by the way, new episode coming up. I believe we're recording this Thursday.
Yep.
If you're listening here on the 30th, that is going to be on
We have
the
SummerSlam
first.
this next week. Coming
Exactly.
weekend, yes.
And
Saturday.
a couple of weeks ago, we did a Laughs Count Anywhere draft, and we drafted a bunch of wrestlers that we
Yeah.
have some point values and stuff assigned to. And then I heard you were doing this concept for comedies, thrillers, actions.
Well, what happened was
romances.
we put a lot of different genres in that bowl right there.
Yeah.
We drew them out. As we drew them out, then you drafted your director, not in this order, but in the order
in their prime.
in
you
the
get
order
them.
you get them in their prime. Director, actor, actress, supporting actress, and the person that does the soundtrack.
band person, whatever.
Yeah. And I
Right.
did believe you said that there was your idea for a horror movie title would have been
And-
Sinister.
No,
Yeah.
that
And
was
then,
my.
and then you name it.
that was my
Yeah.
name for the drama.
The drama was Sinister.
Yeah, because I say that word a lot, but I
Right.
see that could be is that a real
There's a horror film with that name
Oh,
with
there is?
Ethan Hawke.
already?
believe.
I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah.
Raven Chef said it was a 10 out of 10.
It was a great
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah,
So
I
some of who you steal from each other, there's a moment where
Yeah.
you scream out
Well,
in
that's-
pain.
we
that's
just-
the
that's
clip
what
we just played.
Yeah,
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 I don't,
yeah.
and that was a spiteful pick because she knows who my 1-1 is.
Mhm.
And a little bit later, I say in the show that there was somebody I didn't take because I knew that she'd want to take
Yeah.
her. But no, she took of course, it's also smart to take him. He's the
Yeah.
greatest actor ever to live, Daniel Day-Lewis. But I will say there is something that annoys me right now. That my action movie right now, as we do this, and this, of course, is going to guarantee me a loss now.
Okay.
People can
But for the
vote. You vote right
votes,
now on Patreon.
It's 50-50 right now. In action, one of her actresses is Gina Carano. How am I losing?
She's a badass. She can
Okay,
do
right.
stuff.
She's kinda
You had
kick-ass.
every
Yeah.
actress in history to choose
Well,
from.
she wants somebody that can physically. beat up
Obviously,
somebody.
you don't need to defend it. It's 50-50.
Right.
It doesn't. But I have Robert Shaw as it's like I have the best ever to do it.
Who was your actress for the action portion? Was it
I had Charlize
Charlize
Theron
Theron,
as the actress. in
good
the-
Eon Flux pull, by the way?
you like that?
Yeah.
I knew she did action
Yeah.
before. Of course, she did Mad Max.
Oh, yeah, hell yeah.
But then I also have Juliette Lewis, who I also
Yeah.
who I'm a big fan of. But then I also have
Katie says stop whining.
I also have Prime Hendrix is doing the soundtrack.
yeah.
All right.
Okay,
Just
so, I
go,
mean, it's
go
like-
listen if you're not a patron.
It's great.
Patreon.com/the DLP agenda. But just for fun, I thought you and I, Justin, could
Yeah.
just do the action movie.
Are you gonna do
Just the
action?
action portion.
Just the action.
action
All right,
portion.
who
okay.
goes first? I have a number
Okay.
underneath. Rob, you say odd or even.
odd?
Ah,
Okay, so
see,
Justin
okay,
gets the
so I
first
go
pick.
first. Okay,
You can
so
pick. It doesn't matter.
But
who-
he can't pick people that we've already chosen.
Okay,
so if
so
you
I-
didn't listen,
I
I'll
have a
let you-
director in mind.
Okay.
No, I listened. I listened to almost.
All
I got
right.
like a
you're
10
going.
minutes more to go.
You're going director.
I'm a start director.
Okay.
Okay, I'm
Oh,
gonna think director.
oh,
I
fuck.
think action. I think explosions. I think
Oh, I know who you're going with.
Michael Bay.
Michael Bay.
Michael
is
Bay.
right.
Michael
Okay.
Bay. Michael Mann
okay.
also good, but Michael Bay,
Yes.
fun, Bad Boys, the Transformers series, the under celebrated Six Underground with Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool in theaters. Yeah,
Michael
I love
Bay.
The Rock.
We know the kind of movie you're making.
Yes,
Yes,
that's going to
okay.
be bombastic. It's going to be big. It's going to be explosions. The man brags about having his films on time and sometimes even under budget.
I was going to take director first, but now I don't have to because
Right. That's
I
how
can
it
wait
works.
to the end.
Okay.
So I will go. I mean, it's an action movie, and I'm taking Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise. Yeah.
Damn.
Tom Cruise was on my short list when I did it, but I do believe that Harrison Ford is in my favorite action movie of all time. That's why I took
I
him.
get that, but
Yeah.
I'm thinking, you know,
No,
he's
you're
going to
not.
do stunts and
Yes,
stuff,
and he's going to do him. Yeah.
Yes.
And by the way, when you say you get him in his prime, when do you get him?
I know
There's like a
his prime
40-year
is 40
period.
years.
Yeah. God. Okay. I'm torn between a couple of guys as a main actor because you guys have picked some A-list guys. So I'm not saying I'm like having to scrape the edge of the ice cream carton here, but as a guy that loves the under-celebrated, oddly connected to the Blade Runner universe movie Soldier, as well as Escape from New York, Escape from LA. I'm going to go Kurt Russell.
Oh, the great
I
Kurt
like
The
Russell.
Kurt
man
Russell.
that was originally going to be Han Solo before
Okay.
they gave it to Harrison Ford. There's
Also,
footage of him
in
out
my
there,
favorite horror movie of all time.
which is
The Thing.
The Thing. Yes,
Oh,
another great pick.
The
Another
Thing is
don't
so good.
don't forget what you just said. That's going to come back up.
Okay.
On my matter of fact, it's going to come back up on my next pick.
Okay.
Okay.
Great
I
minds think alike.
I just want this. I want a bombshell.
Okay.
And I think at the time, back in the day, and again, we get into her prime, hottest woman in the world, Raquel Welch.
Oh,
Oh,
man. all right.
damn.
I'm getting a bombshell. We're not figuring out the character yet. Maybe she's the girlfriend of the bad guy.
Mm.
Maybe they're fighting over her.
There is a
Yeah.
movie,
Mhm.
hold on, that she was in that is an actual action movie. Hold on, because
This is the one where she plays the cave woman.
Kansas City Bomber,
Oh,
1972.
yeah. She's a roller.
She's a
in
roller derby
Yes, that's
action
a roller
star.
derby. That's
Yes,
yeah.
and she can do
Yes.
action.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Kansas. God, that's a goddamn good pick.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to avoid that for now. I'm going to get back to the women.
Yeah.
But for me, John Carpenter's The Thing. John Carpenter does my soundtrack.
Oh,
John Carpenter,
Ooh.
famously
So
writer,
you-
director,
Wow.
soundtrack,
That's
and
an
score.
all-time
Yeah,
great
and
movie.
He
score.
does
Okay.
a ton of great
Yes.
synth work.
Yeah.
He would synthesize. He played a lot of keyboard. He was electronica,
Mhm.
EDM, techno, sorta.
So you're not taking a band. You're taking
gonna
like
take-
almost like a John Williams type.
No,
got
I
you.
get
Part of me
that.
wanted to pick John
Yes.
Carpenter as my director
Yeah.
and for the
Okay.
score. Now, when you did music, you were picking an actual band. You were picking.
Yeah,
Jimi
we were
Hendrix, but
doing
you
it
could
like
do
whatever
like
you
a
want.
Kenny
Sound or
Loggins
score.
were to do.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
that-
right. Yeah. So I'm going John Carpenter to do my score.
But you can do it that way. That's
Okay.
fine.
All right. I see this guy as the villain in my movie. He's in he's in a lot of things, but he's in two of my favorite movies, The Usual Suspects and Sicario, Benicio del Toro.
Okay.
What a good pick. Yeah.
He is going to be, I envision him as the villain.
Mm-hmm. Okay. God, I'm trying to think. See, I might have messed up because I haven't thought of any good villain.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to. I mean, you don't
can
have
just
to
be a
subscribe.
supporting actor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I
Mhm.
did that when I did my
Yeah.
action movie.
Well, when you said that, I like that. So
Yeah.
I'm stealing that from you.
You know who is someone that I would love to have seen Kurt Russell alongside, and I believe they even in their heydays might have been close in the same age, and I would love to have seen their chemistry together on screen. Val Kilmer. I would have loved to have seen
Ooh.
Val Kilmer, Iceman, good guy, bad guy, evil. He's actually played some villains in some movies. He was great in The Saint. Val
no, I love
Kilmer
The
in The
Saint. That's
Saint
with
is
Elizabeth
great.
Shue.
Yes,
But of course, for me, Tombstone. That's his-
Tombstone
yeah,
is Doc
Tombstone.
Holliday.
Yeah.
Is I'll Be Your Huckleberry. He's great in that. He's had some action films, not a lot,
It's
but the
funny
ones that he's
'cause
had, they're good.
They say that I'm a Huckleberry is the famous line that he had from that.
Mhm.
But the best line, in my opinion, in that movie is when he goes, "Why did you do all this?" He goes, "Because Doc Holliday's my friend." He goes, "Well, I got a lot of friends." He goes, "I don't."
Yeah, that's,
Mhm.
that's
Yeah,
a great
yeah,
line.
Yeah.
Johnny Ringo. Mhm.
I know my director. I know
Somebody
my
walked
my
over your
soundtrack. So I'm sort of torn with. I need another female lead here. So I have the bombshell. Do I want to go actress that's like legitimately a great
God, if you
actress?
take one of mine, I'm gonna be.
I don't know. Do I want to go like somebody who has worked with the director
Okay.
very successfully and
Oh, to be
2 or
compatible.
3
Okay.
who's also done action, who we've spoken about not that long ago? I think I'm going to go Uma Thurman, and that's giving you a
Uma
Kill Bill
Thurman.
1, Kill Bill
You're
2.
getting a big hint to my director.
No shit. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. And a guy that can
Yes.
do a little bit of action.
Okay, all right.
Okay, I like that. Now, I had thought about originally going with as a director James Cameron. And James Cameron, I mean, between the
He's got
Abyss,
2 of the top
Terminator
3 selling. He also didn't James Cameron also do Titanic?
He did Titanic. The
Didn't he
guy
also
knows
do the
action.
Aliens?
Aliens.
Yeah,
he did Terminator 2.
Didn't
Terminator
he also do
1.
Avatar?
He did Avatar.
Yeah.
The guy knows action, but I do love Michael Bay. I'm a sucker for his trash films, but I do like somebody that James Cameron worked with for my female inner prime Sigourney Weaver.
I thought about Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah, I was torn between Sigourney Weaver.
She was on my list.
Linda Hamilton.
I thought that's funny.
I thought it was Linda Hamilton.
Linda Hamilton.
I was almost going to say
in
those
their
two, right
prime.
there. Yes,
because the journey that they went on. See, one of the issues, and I'm not going to a Disney thing here, but Disney women in film these days start awesome, stay awesome, and every one of their plots is you're awesome at everything. The world hasn't found out about it yet.
Yes.
That's every character in all their films. You're great at everything immediately. Just wait till the world finds out. That's not a character arc. That's just look what everything she can do. Rey was able to fix the Millennium Falcon in front of Han Solo, who was bumbling around like a fucking idiot. Look at Sarah Connor, okay, and look at Sigourney Weaver as Ellen Ripley. Their character arcs from terrified, horrified. By the way, both movies, stories about mothers.
Yeah.
Stories about motherhood.
Yeah.
The Alien Queen.
Great picks.
Trying to take care of her babies and her trying to take care of Newt.
Hey, real quick,
By the end of it, they're awesome.
Did you see the trailer for the new?
I can't fucking wait.
Looks awesome.
Fede
right?
Alvarez, the
Yeah.
dude
What?
that did
The new
Don't
what?
Breathe. Is it Don't Breathe? There's a new Aliens film coming out in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Alien
yeah.
Romulus, and the last trailer that came out looks fucking sick.
Somebody mentioned Hackman, Jamie Lee Curtis. That's very good.
That's a good one.
Jolie was
Jamie
mentioned.
Lee Curtis in
So-
True Lies rules. Okay, so how many more do we have?
I have left director and
soundtrack, and you have best supporting actress.
Best supporting
so,
actress.
You know, I'm taking Tarantino, so
Yeah.
I will save the only one that has any suspicion. I've sort of built my movie around because I like the idea of the scenes that Tarantino would write for, like the Tom Cruise, because Tom Cruise is a legitimately good actor, and obviously Benicio del Toro. I could just see the speeches that he would write for them.
Yeah,
it plays well. So Tarantino is my director.
Solid pick. Solid pick. Okay, so for supporting actress, this is somebody that Sigourney Weaver has worked with. Ivan Reitman. I feel like you're going to be supporting. You got to be comedic. You got to be funny.
Okay.
The lady in the van, the lady back on the keyboard.
Some comedy, yeah.
Annie Potts.
Oh, man.
Wow.
All right.
Yeah.
Annie Potts from Ghostbusters. Sigourney Weaver from Ghostbusters is Gozer. I love those two when they were still human in the beginning of the film.
No, Annie Potts. You know what I just saw her in something this past week. She's in the new Ghostbusters.
I haven't seen it. The one Ice Age
don't
or
bother
whatever.
me.
Not
Don't
good?
bother
Okay,
me.
okay.
Don't bother me.
All right.
She's in it.
So
maybe when it's free streaming, I will.
For soundtrack, I thought originally, first of all, I thought, well, there's the obvious, but do I want to do the obvious? The obvious for me, for everybody knows me. I said, do I want to do that? And then I thought about Led Zeppelin. I thought about Mark Ronson as a guy that's just a super producer that can kind of do any genre and make it. But then I was like, why am I not doing the guy that did Purple Rain? And the guy that when they made Batman, that was going to be the biggest movie of all time, said, you have the soundtrack. So I'm going to take the obvious for me, which is Prince.
People talk about that Batman album as being, a sleeper,
incredible,
one of the best albums he ever made.
Prince, and they have a whole great scene in there.
What's the big song? Is it Bat Dance?
Yeah, Bat Dance,
where he was dressed up as, I believe, Two-Face in the music video,
right?
Where he danced around as half villain, half them in a movie there where there
Party
was
Man is a big song, isn't that the song when they kind of invade the restaurant?
Yeah.
So that's it. So now we have to do the name.
Now I got to do the name of it. Okay. I was trying to think of a Michael Bay bombastic film, and I was trying to think of something that dealing with like explosions and mushroom clouds.
I was thinking about in Seinfeld when they had that movie, they have the fake movies, and they had a movie called Death Blow.
Yes,
Death Blow.
Yeah.
Hey, prognosis negative.
I thought of a name like that, Bloodbath. I thought it's like that made me think of that.
So what I came up with was Operation Kick.
Operation.
Yeah.
Operation.
New show title.
Operation Kick.
I don't know. How could it possibly split plant? Barracuda.
Hey, that's my name. No. Okay. Operation. What is it?
Operation Kick.
Kick. Okay. Mine is, and Joe will know, this is a term in poker. It's a term, and I could see a scene where one of Del Toro or Cruz is saying this to the other. It's a term where you have all your money in, and there's a card or two left, but there's no card that could help you. You're drawing dead.
Drawing.
And that's the name of my movie.
That's pretty great. That
Drawing
sounds almost
Dead.
like a
Mhm.
Western.
Drawing
You
Dead
already
by,
know.
by the, yeah, I mean, here's
The man standing across from you is guaranteed a faster draw. You're drawing dead.
Drawing Dead.
yeah.
If you draw on me, you're drawing,
drawing
dead.
So we'll put it up for the patrons to vote.
Okay.
On which movie they
And
like
it's
better.
about a Western gunman, skip tracer, where he draws quietly at the bar. He draws his next victim.
Mhm.
They always see
Yes,
the guy that he's there.
they're that.
You know the wanted posters? He doesn't just hunt them.
Mm.
He draws the poster. He's like
Yeah.
this. He was like a courtroom sketch artist in the 1800s where he'd draw
You're into it.
beautifully.
Yeah.
I love the name Drawing
Yeah.
Dead.
Yeah. I've always liked
Yeah.
that as a naming for something.
Yeah.
It's a great term. in poker.
Operation Kick
Yeah.
is about
Our-
this lady that kicks.
Yes. Okay.
Instead of using guns,
Yeah.
she
And
kicks.
She
Our-
just,
yeah.
she just
I
had a
like
kidney
it.
stone removed.
Now,
Yeah.
when Dave Dennis gets back from his well-deserved vacation, he can
Yes.
make movie posters for us.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
would be great. I want
Yeah.
a Drawing Dead poster
Yeah.
starring some of these people.
Yeah.
Operation Kick. Oh, I would love that stuff. That's a brilliant game. And I don't want to give away what, or do you? I'll let you if you want to, Joe. It's your Patreon. The next movie you're going to do. I got excited. for
We
it.
we said it. I guess we could.
They're
say
going to
that.
recast Operation Kick.
Yeah, no, we're going to do Office Space.
Yeah.
Great.
Classic.
Which is,
Awesome.
I think, I don't know if Katie's favorite comedy is The Big Lebowski. That's way up there for me, but Office Space.
Oh,
Well,
she took.
and there's a lot of great
And it's
characters in
also
there.
Mike Judge, and,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that's the
yeah.
guy when
Absolutely.
I cast my comedy, I picked him as my director because he's never swung and missed. Every movie he's ever done has, and every TV show,
Yeah.
and every series, no matter what he's done, it's always a home run.
Yeah.
Jared is asking, is it Operation Kick or Operation Kick spelled like K period C period?
Killing and
Oh.
care of the kids.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's a
Or
bunch of kids.
KIX.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I kinda like
KICK.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's an acronym for
Yeah.
something. Yeah,
You
yeah.
could add NXS down the soundtrack. They had an album called Kick. So.
Huh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kids in
Yeah.
care of the Klan. I got to
Yeah.
save
Okay.
these beautiful
Okay.
children of color
Wow,
from
the
this
sh-
racist
the sh-
organization.
Now it's going to
Who
be
doesn't
made.
want to see
Now,
fucking Klansmen
that'll get
fucked
greenlit
up?
right
Yeah.
now. That'll
Just
get
watching
made.
some
Yours
Grand
will be
Dragon get his
made.
head kicked
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
Yes. Killed.
Hey, the video in the operations business idea, no. But
no,
this one,
no.
that's
This
gonna work.
one where you
That's
get to
gonna work.
watch a boy.
All
Dude,
right.
how great would that be? A kung fu movie where they
Yes.
deploy, like, what was it called? What was the name of
Corrupt.
Kill Bill's crew from Kill Bill? The Black Mambas. It wasn't. It
Oh,
was
I
a-
don't, was it? Yeah, I
they're
don't
all named
remember.
after a snake.
Yes.
There was the Mamba. There was Sidewinder, Copperhead. They had a name. Someone in chat will be
Somebody
able
will
to.
know it.
So imagine just sicking all 4 or 5 of them on the fucking KKK
Yeah.
and just murks them.
Oh, that's
I
so
would
great.
I would jack off during that movie.
Yes.
Just watching them beat the shit out of a bunch of
Yes.
rednecks.
I know this isn't on here, and I know I'm late to the game here, but has anybody watched Vikings on Netflix?
No,
I hear it's good.
no, I haven't.
Have you guys watched it?
Is that based off of the History Channel show of the same name?
It's based on
No.
Christmas
No?
Christmas
Okay.
Eve
No.
Senior football team.
Yeah.
No, it's not. Basically,
A lot of nudity and violence.
what they do
Okay.
is they take the hottest people
Yeah.
that they
Alright.
can possibly find.
So far, I like it.
They're naked the whole time,
So-
Check.
but they roll around in dirt and they have long hair.
Okay.
Deal.
Sure.
Okay,
And they're
Sure.
fighting each other.
Yes.
so
That's
get to the
so-
bad stuff.
Yeah. So I'm
Yeah.
I'm in it. I think I don't even know where I am in it because every episode is
Hey,
exactly the
doesn't
same.
matter. Yeah.
Doesn't matter at
Yeah.
all.
But yeah, I'll keep you guys posted.
do
on
any
it.
of
Please
them have
do.
like are their outfits too similar? Do they show up wearing matching outfits
Yeah.
in the show at all?
Oh, I see what you're doing there. Yeah.
Uh,
So I'll get to that in just 1 second. But
You have to have other thing too.
you know who the bad guys are in the Vikings in the Viking show?
The Vikings.
the Vikings are usually the bad guys.
The Christians.
Okay,
Jesus.
good.
They're
Not
they're
the
bad
rapists
guys.
and the
The
pillagers.
Vikings
Okay.
The Vikings
are
are the
the
good
bad
guys,
guys.
and the Christians are the
All right.
bad guys.
Yes,
Be-
thank you,
be-
Raven Show.
All right, before we get to what you teased, Justin, we mentioned this song draft podcast.
Yes, please.
idea, and we actually did it live on the show a couple months ago, where 2 people take 2 famous artists, and in this case, we did Michael Jackson and Prince, and then they have a draft where they make the best 10 a song album with 5 songs from each artist.
And you draft. If Rob has the first pick, I get the next 2.
And
Got
we
it.
obviously he can't. If I take, Let's Go Crazy, he can't take that. So
and then you take 5 from each. And so
right,
we're actually gonna do this.
we're
Hell
gonna
yeah.
do it.
I don't know. I assume it's fun for the listeners. I love doing it.
Well, we've been doing it just after the
just
show.
do it after the
You
show.
and Katie
Just
did a
for
bunch.
fun,
It's
yeah.
fun. And then, and obviously, then you can vote on the best, and we'll put the albums on Spotify. But we've been struggling with coming up with a name, and I've gone over the album DraftKings,
Billboard, but B-O-R-E-D.
It would take, I've Googled every music term and come up with that, and every play on mashup, music, mix, and Katie said musical chairs, and we did sound check together. And so it just constantly, and I was like, best album draft, acronym BAD, all these, nothing really.
Yeah.
And I sort of resigned to it's just going to not matter. And then today, Katie and I went to the driving range, and
I didn't go.
And she goes, you should do that podcast, just because we had so much fun doing it last week after the show. Just
Here's Why You're Deaf.
And we did have Here's Why Your Song. Yes.
Here's Why Your Song.
And so we're again going over names. And she goes, track. Now, track is not a word that I'd really played around with yet.
Okay.
And I saw tracks of my tears. I track a field Olympics. And then I say, hey, we should come up with the dumbest name and then convince Joe that that's what the name should be. Okay. And then I go, Track Off. And then we laugh and we're like, no.
That's actually a good name.
That's
actually
the fucking name.
That's actually really good.
Hey,
Tracks on
I
the
like
album. There's a face-off,
Hey,
Track Off.
Right. Hey, today we're going to track off to Queen and AC/DC.
Join us. We're going to track off
Yes.
the Metallica versus Guns N' Roses.
Then you pick the album you track off to.
Why don't you join
The
up with
name
the
of the
Patreon,
fucking show is
and you
Track
can track off with
Yes.
us every day at 12:30. I like to track
Yes.
off AC/DC
Hey.
versus Grand Funk Railroad.
Katie said, Katie and I are like, Joe's going to love
That's
this.
a great name. I do love a dumb
So,
masturbation
yes.
pun.
The name of the new podcast,
Brilliant.
Track Off.
Good. I
Well,
love it.
Yeah, let's we'll pass on what we were gonna. We'll save
No,
that for next week.
we got to-
yeah.
We'll save it. We'll save it. I want
That's
to spend
right.
some time
We
on
are
that.
running out of time.
Yeah, but thank you
That's a
everybody
tease for
that's
next
Patreon member, patreon.com/the DLP agenda.
And he
All of
says,
our
just two dudes tracking off together.
hell yeah. New Laughs Count Anywhere coming out soon. Yes, there's going to be a new Dumbcast. I can promise you when. And please go back the Patreon Palooza episodes if you missed any of them.
It's all up there, baby.
It's all still up there. It's
Yeah.
going to live in perpetuity. We thank you guys so much. We are the DLP agenda.